Still with tourism, Dominica's forts are among the highlights of a documentary produced by a regional filmmaker. Patrick Bousley, based in Martinique, recently released his latest production titled The Secrets of Caribbean Fortresses 2, in which Dominica's Fort Shirley in Cabrit, Portsmouth, and the fort in Scottshead are featured. Bousley, whose work has received good reviews at regional film festivals, believes it is important that youth are more aware of their history as a Caribbean people.
I think it's very important to speak about for young people and people in the Caribbean and international, because my documentary go in different international festival. This documentary is a second part. I make a first documentary about fortresses, last year second part, because I travel a lot in Caribbean to learn the history of the Caribbean.
Bousley, who has a deep love for the Caribbean's rich history, already has his next project in the pipelines.
Now I make a new documentary in progress about church and cathedral in Caribbean. Because I think the edifice, the building are beautiful. It's not a documentary about religion. It's not religion. C'est architecture and history of the different churches in Caribbean. Because I think it's also important to speak about history, because when I travel in different islands, I see a lot of tourists visit the churches.
Here's an excerpt of The Secrets of Caribbean Fortresses 2.
Fort Shirley in Dominica is located on a peninsula just to the north of Portsmouth. It housed a British garrison in the 18th century, which comprised 50 buildings and almost 600 men, with their support staff, artisans, and slaves. The angle of the ramparts of Fort Shirley and the line of cannons were aimed principally to cover the entrance on the seaside and the central part of the bay. Scottshead Fort is on a small peninsula with a promontory that extends towards the west of the village at the southwest point of Dominica. It was named after Colonel George Scott, who became Lieutenant Governor of Dominica from 1764 to 1767. He supervised the building of the fort, the major part of which collapsed from the cliff into the sea.
Minister for Tourism and Culture, Robert Tong, says documentaries like these help Dominica's tourism product and committed his ministry's assistance to Bousley's filmmaking ventures where possible.
Dominica has many beautiful churches, and I'm sure that his new documentary will showcase some of those. And as he said, when once persons see these films, hopefully they'll be enticed to want to come to Dominica to experience what we have to offer. One way to reduce costs might be to partner with local film producers, so that way you don't necessarily have to travel to the respective islands all the time. They might be able to do some of the work for you and make your life a little bit easier. As you can well imagine, having to travel to all of these islands is a significant cost and obviously very time consuming. So that might be definitely one way to work together and partner with our local persons to make your job a lot easier.
Following the documentary on Caribbean churches and cathedrals, Bousley plans to do a film on the way of life of the Caribbean people between 1860 and 1960.